All right, you guys, welcome to the Revive 45 program overview. So many of us are on that path where we want to lose weight, and there is a lot of noise in the weight loss space, right? So, depending on what you value and where you stand, this may be the perfect road for you. I will tell you, this program is so much more than calories in, calories out, what you consume. It is so much deeper than that. It gets into the emotional, the mental, the stress. All of those pieces that come together to make your metabolic health what it is. You're going to learn about insulin resistance, insulin sensitivity, and how to move your body more toward that state of insulin sensitivity. So I want you to come along for the ride, find out, listen to some testimonials that I'm going to share, find out who this is for. Does this seem like a good fit for you? What are you going to get inside the program? And ultimately, hopefully create hope for you for what is possible if you are willing to commit to yourself and your goals for 45 days. You guys, 45 days is not a long time. It feels like for me that this has been a good chunk because it becomes a lifestyle, but really think about it. Like zoom out of life. 45 days is not a long time to commit to yourself, to the goals that you want, to try one more thing, even when you're kind of in that place of thinking that nothing else is going to work for you. Let's check out the first testimonial. Okay, I'm going to start by sharing my story with you because I feel like testimonials are the things that allow you to see yourself in somebody else's transformation. So, we're going to share a few different stories in this video. My story was not the I've tried everything, I've been eating clean, I've been moving my body. That was not my story at all. I was eating processed foods all the time. Like to have Cheetos for a meal was normal for me. Cheetos first thing in the morning, as I'm filling my kids' snacks for school, I'm eating it. I just lived on processed foods. I skipped meals all the time. And I knew that what I was doing wasn't good, but I didn't really understand the why behind it. So I had heard of glucose, I had heard of insulin. I didn't understand it. So though I knew that I was on the blood sugar roller coaster, right? I would go to Tim Hortons and get a caramel macchiato, and 2 hours later, my hands are like doing this, like needing to like shove carbs in my mouth, right? So I knew that, but I really didn't understand what was happening inside of my body. And so getting into this program has completely shifted all of that for me. I took the time to dive in. There's education daily that you're going to be poured into so that you are going to understand your body, how it's functioning now, and then the goal of how we want your body functioning. So you can see my before and afters here. I mean, my side profile, I literally feel like I look pregnant in that first picture. I am not pregnant. My daughter is 3.5 years old. Okay. So I have not had a child in 3.5 years, but that is what my stomach looked like. I was living on sugar and carbs. A normal lunch for me would be cheese and crackers or a sub, which was like fried chicken and ham and Swiss cheese and honey mustard. Like I ate terribly and I didn't move my body. Okay. That was my life before. Fast forward 45 days into this program, I lost 13.6 pounds and over 14 overall inches. 10 of that was within my midsection. So I'm talking like waist, hips, and glutes area. 10 inches. And that is why you see such an extreme difference between these pictures. Let's talk a little bit about what is happening inside this program. Who is it for? So, how do you know if you are a candidate for Revive 45? And if you are watching this video, chances are you already have some thoughts circulating in your head. You might be one of those people that's like, I've tried everything. Nothing works for me. Okay. I eat healthy. I move my body. I'm eating whole foods. I don't lose weight. If I don't cut my calories extremely, I gain weight, right? Like all of those different things. Maybe you're somebody who is considering the GLP-1 route, considering that synthetic route because you're like, I have been doing all the things and it's not working. Okay. We're going to share some more stories in this video of people that were in that exact same boat and had success here. Okay. Maybe you want to learn the why behind what's happening in your body so that you can understand it better, have a better relationship with your body, and ultimately better health. Okay. Maybe you're somebody who's like, I've tried it alone and I need accountability. Like I need other people pouring into me, lifting me up, pulling me out of the trenches. Like I need that. Then this is a program for you. Okay. And if you ultimately want something that is sustainable, that is going to teach you lifestyle skills that are going to be sustainable long term. I mean, my friend Jess literally lost weight on vacation on this program. Okay. So it is sustainable. It is a lifestyle. It's not food being delivered to your door that once that's taken away, you're like, how do I eat again? Okay. It is not any of that. So if any of those fit you, one more thing I want to say, if you are considering GLP-1s or if you are somebody who has been on GLP-1s, maybe you're having side effects, maybe you've almost hit your goal weight and you've kind of plateaued, maybe you want a healthy way to get off of the GLP-1s but not lose your progress, like this is for you if you have fit into any of those buckets that I just talked about. So why? What makes this program different from other things that you may have done? So first of all, food. And I have talked to multiple people that they're like, I eat pretty healthy. again, we're going to hear about my friend Jess, who was in that same boat. Okay. So, food intentionality with choices, but also intentionality with timing of your meals. That is a big, big piece of this program. And you are going to learn what you should be eating, what you should be avoiding, and the timing in your day that you should be eating. Here, I'm going to give you this little disclaimer. We don't eat between meals in this program. And you might be sitting there thinking, I can't do that. Like, I need snacks. I am here to tell you from the snack queen, I don't need the snacks. I needed the snacks because of the roller coaster that I was on. So we like to hit a 4 hour window in between each meal that we're not eating. And that's but what's basically happening is it's allowing our body to reset that blood sugar back to baseline. That is our goal during that 4 hour no eat window. But when you are not filling your body with all of the sugar, you're not needing the snacks. Like I know it might sound crazy, but hear me out. It's true. Okay. So you're going to learn what to eat, when to eat. Movement is a piece of this program. And I will also tell you, it's not hard movement. Okay. I lived a very sedentary lifestyle, except for chasing after my kids. I have a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 7-year-old at the time that I'm making this video. All different schools, schedules are all over the place. So I get the bulk of my movement from that. Other than that, I wasn't moving my body at all. I'm now taking intentional walks after, and we gradually move into adding weights in. Okay. But that is a gradual process and it's when you are ready. Okay. Another piece that you get in this program is coaching. You are going to get that accountability piece with a coach who knows her stuff. Like I'm telling you, we're going to talk more about Natalie on a later slide, but the amount of knowledge that she has, lived knowledge on top of helping clients, is unmatched. And that piece is absolutely huge here. And then you're also going to get daily education. Daily education. We have an app, and inside the app, you're going to have a lesson each day. They're quick, but they help you to understand your body. They help you to understand your food choices, your thought process, your emotions. Like it is so deep because this program, which I didn't really mention this enough yet, it is not just calories in, calories out. Okay. It's focusing on so much more than that, where you are digging into the emotions, you are digging into the traumas, you're digging into the stress. What does your lifestyle look like? What is your chronotype? What type of person are you? Are you that like person that wakes up super early and you have to get your bulk of your stuff done early in the day? Or are you somebody that functions better later? Like you are going to learn so much about yourself and how you function and why you relate certain ways to food. Okay. It is mind blowing what you can learn here. And ultimately, that's going to help to unlock the weight. When we keep ourselves in that state of stress and that state of heightened cortisol, in the state of unprocessed, unfelt emotions, guess what happens? Your body thinks it's in survival mode and it's like, I'm holding on. Like, I can't let go of this weight because I feel unsafe. It's like back to the caveman days where that meant death, right? So you are going to learn so much more than just the food that you're putting into your body, calories in, calories out. All right. Okay, in the left-hand picture here, you see my friend Jess. Jess is the one that I was telling you about that was doing all the things, all right? She is a mom of 3. She has twin 3-year-olds and a 5-year-old. And having her twins actually knocked her into perimenopause. So she's in that season of life where losing weight tends to get harder. That relationship that you had with your body, it's like everything feels like it's out the window, okay? If you've been through perimenopause, maybe you're in menopause, you know what I'm talking about, all right? But Jess was doing the right things. She was eating whole foods. She had cut gluten from her diet for years. She was working out. She was using the weighted vest, and it didn't seem to matter what she did. She was not losing the weight that she wanted to lose. Okay. I actually remember Jess saying when we got into this program, she's like, what if I'm the one person this doesn't work for? Right. So these are the thoughts. Jess also is that person that had a relationship, an emotional attachment to food, right? Like when emotions would rise, she would turn to food. And so through this process, she has been able to start to break that chain, to break that relationship, to not rely so heavily on the scale, to not let food be an idol for her, and to be able to process emotions in a different way. And Jess, who was afraid she wasn't going to be able to lose weight and was eating all the right things, the meal plan in this was adjusted for her because she was in perimenopause. So our coach, Natalie, adjusted the meal plan for her. She is down 10.6 pounds in 45 days. All right. The person that didn't think it was going to work because she was doing the right things, 10.6 pounds and over 10 inches. Like incredible progress. And then we have Sarah. All right. And I know this might be a picture that you're like, wait, where is Sarah? This is powerful. Okay. Sarah got into this program because her son's wedding was coming up and she had hit a point with her body where she was just unhappy, uncomfortable in her skin. She was wearing layers of clothes to try to hide her body. She had cut herself down to 800 calories a day because it seemed like anytime she had more than that, she gained weight. But it wasn't working. Like things were not working for her. She actually was considering the GLP-1 route because she's like, I kind of feel like I'm at my last resort. So she joined this program, also skeptical that it would actually work for her. And this is a text that she sent in our group chat, and she's like, this is a weird picture, but my leggings are actually baggy. You guys, I have chills. Leggings being baggy within 45 days. Like leggings aren't fitting. Like you can grow and you can shrink and your leggings still fit, but her leggings aren't fitting anymore. Her leggings are now baggy. At the end of the 45 days, she was down 16 pounds. She continued for 2 weeks after that on her own without the coach support, without the accountability support. And she is now down 20 pounds in 2 months. Really, really impressive results from people that have had that emotional attachment to the food, to the scale, and were afraid that it wasn't going to work for her or for them, but here they are. All right. So what do you get inside Revive 45? Why is this different than other things out there? So first of all, you get a daily app. It's called My Coach. It's going to open up on your phone. That is going to have your daily education. It allows you to track your progress. The one thing that I absolutely love is that you can actually track your weight. It has little check boxes so you can like check off, did I get my water? Did I do my journal? Did I get enough sleep? Did I take my supplements before my meals? Like, did I get my 3 meals in? Did I get my movement in? Like, if you are a tracker, it's great for that. I don't know how well you can see this, probably not well, but you can actually track your weight. So every day you weigh yourself, you can go in and you can track it, and it makes a really nice graph. But the education piece that's in here is top notch. Now, I will say too, I've had some people who are like, Carrie, I am not a tracker. Like, I am somebody, I cannot track macros. I can't track, it won't work for me. I am here to tell you, you are my people. Because I also, if I had to do a program where I had to track every single thing that I eat, I would not do it. I wouldn't be successful. I wouldn't do it. I am not a tracker in that regard. I tracked my weight because I'm a visual person, but I do the habits, I do the things. I'm not writing it down every time. Okay. Some people rely on the tracking, others do not. And I will tell you, you do not have to track your macros. She's actually going to give you a macro hand guide, which uses your hands, references from your hands. So, like 2 thumbs worth of fat, 2 heaping handfuls of like veggies, right? A palm size of protein. Like it uses your hand. What I love about that is that it allows it to fit in your lifestyle. You don't have to feel like you have to out to eat, go on vacation and bring your little food scale with you because you have to measure and weigh everything. Like you learn the appropriate portion sizes and the appropriate things that you need to fill your plate with without having to go crazy tracking macros. I also know that one of the goals of this program is to gain trust with your body, help your body trust you again too. And you do not want to be striving for that state of perfection, because what does that do? Raises your cortisol levels and raises your stress, and then your body holds on to weight. So we are not striving for perfection here, okay? So hopefully that eases your mind a little bit. You're going to get food guides, okay? You're going to get the allowed foods, like what are you allowed to have? And you're going to get foods to avoid. All right. Here's the macro hand guide that you're going to get. And then you're going to get a journal. Okay. I know this is the downloadable workbook is later on in the slide, but I'm going to talk about that since I have it open. Inside the downloadable workbook. So you're going to get an email when you join the program, and it's going to have that in there. You download it, you can print it. Inside, you are going to get tons of recipes. And the recipes allow for you to meal prep and make things ahead. Oh gosh, what else was I was going to say something else about the recipes. Oh, so it has like week 1 recipes, week 2 recipes, week 3 recipes. But again, we are not striving for perfection. I'll be full transparent. I haven't made the recipes because my brain needs simple. Other people are like, nope, I love the recipes. I want to stick to the recipes. That's totally good. I use the macro hand guide and I come up with my own foods from the allowed and not allowed list. Like, this is your life. This is your lifestyle. You make it work for you, but within the guidelines of the program. So you're going to get tons of recipes in there. You're going to get weekly check-in pages to check in with how your progress is going. There are tracking pages in here. If you're somebody who's a planner and you like to plan your meals ahead, it gives you a space to plan like your breakfast, lunch, dinner, track your water, your gratitude. It gives you space for your mindset journal that comes from the app. So this is a very comprehensive book. And you guys, there's even sweet things in here. There's like banana muffins that you can make the first week to help as you're like eliminating that sugar. So you get so much in that workbook. Okay. The other 2 pieces, the purple and the blue. Group coaching and private community. You guys, these are what sets this apart. I have had people come to me and they say, Carrie, can I do just the supplements and not do the program? And yes, you could. but the value is in the program. The supplements are tools and they are very beneficial and necessary tools here. But when you have a coach that has the level of knowledge that Natalie has, like you can't put a price tag on that. All right. I'm going to talk more about Natalie soon, but you're going to get group coaching calls one a week where Natalie takes the time to listen to every single person, hear where you're at, hear what you're doing well with, hear what you're struggling with, and be able to make recommendations for you. Okay. So that's once a week. And then you're going to be in a group with like 5 people. And it's a group chat. You pump each other up in there. You encourage each other in there. So you don't ever feel like you're doing it alone, because when we're accountable to ourselves, I know myself, I tend to slip. When I'm accountable to others, I don't. Okay. So it helps me. It helps me keep on target. So that is what you get inside the program. That is why it is such an incredible value. And let's check out what we can learn about Natalie. Okay. Natalie Reeve, she is your coach for this program. I tell people, I'm like, when you have access to Natalie, it is like having a nutritionist, a therapist, a mental health expert, a relationship, like she has it all. A lot of it is through lived experiences. She actually dealt with eating disorders in her past. She dealt with an abusive relationship in her past. And so all of these things, she kind of came together and she's like, I need to lose weight. And she found these Metapower products that helped her get there, those tools. And then she dove into the research. She's like, what is going on here? Why are these working so well? And she designed this program around that from lived experiences. Okay. And also through guiding other people now. So she has guided multiple people through this program. So she's helped likely somebody else through the exact same thing that you are going through. Okay. So I talked about the listening piece. She listens to every single person. Sometimes it blows my mind on these coaching calls because I'm like, man, her memory for everything that you say, to be able to take it in, process it, and then give you something. I'm just like, it's like a goal of mine. Okay. So, but like I said, she is not just healing you with food and a nutrition guide. Like it's all comprehensive. All of these pieces of you and your health, your metabolic health coming together. I always say it's like metabolic health with a side of weight loss, because that is what happens here. If you decide to take part in this program, you will become a healthier version of yourself, and weight loss will be a side effect of it, because you are regulating the blood sugar in your body. And sugar, like Natalie will actually talk about it on the welcome call, sugar is a drug. Okay. You eat it, you need more of it. You eat it, you need more of it. And you're on that roller coaster. All right. So that is kind of it in a nutshell. Let's look at a couple more testimonials and then we'll dive into what are the tools and the investment that you need for this program. Okay, let's talk about Kristen. And at some point, I want you to pause this video and I want you to zoom in on Kristen's progress pictures because they are incredible. So 45 days in, she is down 16.6 pounds, 7 inches from her waist. The before picture, she's wearing a size large shorts. After picture, she's in a medium, down 2 sizes in jean shorts, cravings under control. She is now wearing clothes that she hasn't worn since she had her 3rd son. And what you need to know about Kristen is that she's a mom of 4. Okay, 4 young kids, but they're also in sports. And so she's all over the place. She has a full-time job during the day. And then she comes home and she's kind of playing taxi to all the kids, all the sporting events, right? Many times she doesn't even get home to eat herself until 8 o'clock at night. So she has been coached through this program on how to prep meals and eat on the go, how to make sure that you are still getting in the nutrition that you need at the time that you need, bringing your supplements with you. So that has been a big piece of Kristen's coaching. And you might be sitting here thinking, okay, great, but what about people that are in menopause, past menopause? Like, will it work for them too? And the answer is yes. I have another customer that was in our group. She's in her 70s. She, in 45 days, is down 12.6 pounds. She went on vacation and lost weight. I have other customers who are older than this. They are finding that they're having better sleep right out of the gates, like a weekend. I have one customer who was relying on Unisom and essential oils to go to sleep. 1 week into this program, into bettering her metabolic health, and she's like, I am able to sleep. I don't need those sleep aids anymore. That is progress. I have another customer who about 2 weeks in, she's in her 70s, 2 weeks in, she is down 9 pounds. Okay. She's walking 4 miles a day, and that is with knee pain, like kind of bone on bone knee pain. And she's doing it. And she is highly encouraging to the group. Like, it doesn't stop with like perimenopause age. This program is metabolic health for all ages. Okay, so now you might be wondering, well, what is this going to cost, right? Because that's kind of where our brain goes next. But I really want you to look at this as an investment. What are the tools that I need to invest in so that I can have better metabolic health? And if weight loss is your goal, so that I can have sustainable, long term lifestyle weight loss. Okay. So I like to call this your Revive in 45 toolkit. These are the product tools. And on the next slide, we'll talk about the actual program itself. So it's kind of two separate pieces here. So the product tools that you're going to need are three must haves, and then one that I highly, 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 highly recommend. Okay. So the very first one is going to be Metapower Recharge. This is our electrolytes. It's actually available in wild strawberry or lemon lime. You choose. But the electrolytes are super important for getting that mineral balance in. They have multiple different types of magnesium in it. It is not packed with sugar, like if you were to go to the store and get like Gatorade, that sort of thing. This also even helps me with my digestion. Like I typically drink this in the evening. You can drink it any time of day, but I drink mine in the evening and I definitely notice better digestion the next day. Okay. So that is one piece. And then the other two, I got rid of my bottles because I just pour mine into an organizer when I get them. The other two are called Metapower Assist and Metapower Soft Gels. So every day when I start my day, I put this little bowl, it sits on my counter, and I put 3 Assist and 3 soft gels into the bowl because you're going to be taking these before your meals, like 15 to 20 minutes before each meal. So 15 to 20 minutes before your meal. So what I do is I typically start getting my meal ready and I take them with a quart of water. So I take the assist and I take the soft gel, and they have different purposes. The assist is actually going to help your body balance that blood sugar better. So you're taking it and then you're not going to get as much of that blood sugar spike. The blood sugar is the huge piece that accounts for that going up, insulin coming in, and it helps or ends up making us store a lot of weight, right? When our blood sugar is all over the place. So anyway, this is going to help with the blood sugar spike, and Metapower soft gels are going to help with satiety. So they're going to help to keep you fuller longer. And I'm telling you, this stuff works. Like I was amazed at the fact that I could go 4 hours in between meals without eating and I wasn't hungry. My cravings went away. I'm like, what is this? But because you're eating the balanced meals and you're using the tools, that those things just become not problems anymore. It blows my mind. Okay. And then the last piece that I highly recommend, you can see it on the screen here, is Metapower Gum. So, in that, especially in the beginning stages where you're not eating between meals and that's not normal for you, to be able to pop a piece of the gum into your mouth, it has the Metapower oil in it, just like the soft gels do. So, that's also going to help with satiety, but it also gives your mouth that like satisfaction of eating something as your body is learning to adjust to the new habits. Okay. So this is your toolkit. This is your supplement product toolkit. And without the gum, it comes to like 173, I believe. With the gum, it's like 180 something. That's your supplement toolkit. And then on the next page, we're going to talk about what about the program? Like, what is the program going to cost with all the coaching and the app and all of that? Okay, so what is the program going to cost? So remember, the piece that's going to get you the coaching, the group accountability, the app, the daily education, contact with Natalie, all of those pieces that I truly think sets this apart from anything, the nutrition coach, the how to move your body, how to make adjustments as needed. All of that piece is part of the Revive in 45 program. Program pricing is $125. I will tell you, it is well worth it. I've had multiple people say, like, now that I've been through the program, I can absolutely see the value and everything that I'm getting for that $125. Okay. And then there is a special offer for you, though. If you bring a friend, if you decide to sign up for Revive in 45 with a friend, you and the friend will each get it for $45. So you're going to have your product tools and then you're going to get the program for 45 instead of 125. Why? Why is this the offer, the special offer? A couple of reasons. Number one, accountability. You are going to be far more likely to succeed when you do it with a friend and somebody that you're close with, right? Like your advocate, you're going to be able to talk back and forth with, but somebody that you are close with, that you are seeing frequently or that you talk to all the time. On the screen here, you can see me and my friend Jess. The picture where she's wearing the purple sweater and I'm in the white shirt, that is last summer. Current picture is now. Obviously, the now picture, we weren't actually together. Jess lives in Pennsylvania. I live in New York, but we talk all day, every day. We're in the same season of life, both raising little kids, both trying to survive. But look at the difference. Like, in last summer, we were basically hiding, right? Like trying to hide our bodies to an extent. And now it's unbelievable to me the difference. But when you're doing it with somebody else, when you hit the highs, you hit the high together, right? And you can celebrate each other. When you hit the lows or one person hits a low, the other person can help to pull them out. And that you cannot put a price tag on. So having somebody, even if it's your spouse, okay, having somebody to do it alongside of is a huge value. And it can also offer hope for other people. So you being willing to reach out to one of your friends and say, hey, I am going to sign up for this program. Here's why, blah, blah, blah. I know you've been talking about blah, 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 insert what their problems are. Have a conversation with them. And then you can feel free to offer them this video, or we're going to have an informational, there will be an informational PDF in the description of this YouTube video. You can grab that. If they're more of a reader and they'd rather read information, you can grab that link for them. But we want you to have the resources to be able to share so you can get the discount, but also so that you are going to increase your likelihood of success. So that is it. That is Revive in 45. We cannot wait to see you inside this program and to add your transformation to the list of lives that are changed when they enter this program. All right. See you soon.